following is a presentation of Radio Plus Video Sports.
Henschel from the Wildcat. Henschel now will get it with a head full of steam. There goes Henschel to the end zone. Touchdown right through the shoot mark.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Delmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, in-depth analysis, and top-notch production.
With 6 seconds left on the clock, Gannon Schwartz, misdirection, goes out to the right. He's got a man in the end zone. 2-point conversion for the Vikings!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multi-year first place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
In motion comes Neal. Play fake to Neal.
Got him.
Eli Mikulkevich down the field. Hold in by the Cardinals!
Thanks to our Radio Plus Video Sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Lens Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sauer Family Dental.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth.
Good Thursday evening to you from the campus of Winnebago Lutheran Academy. Tonight, a rivalry game between the Vikings of Winnebago Lutheran and St. Mary Springs Academy Ledgers. Hey, everybody. Jordan King here with you in the Radio Plus broadcast booth at Winnebago Lutheran. I got a full slate of Flyway Conference hoops coming up tonight, and you can watch this one right here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Elsewhere, Mayville is at Laconia. That's a good one. Top 3 matchup in the Flyway. Fourth-ranked Lemira makes the trip to Omro tonight, and Campbellsport is at North Fond du Lac. That is the schedule for this evening. Back on Tuesday, it was the boys-girls doubleheader across the Flyway Conference. Sweep at Lemira over North Fond du Lac, both the boys and girls. In fact, all four matchups, I should say, were sweeps. Lemira swept North Fond du Lac. Laconia swept Springs. You saw that right here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Winnebago Lutheran swept Mayville, and Omro had the sweep against Campbellsport. That was back on Tuesday. And let's take a look at the Flyway Conference standings. Lemira remains unbeaten at 10-0 in the Flyway Conference. They have a chance here tonight to clinch a share of the title with a win against, they are at Omro, so their win on the road at fourth place Omro, and Lemira clinches at least a share of the Flyway Conference. 3 games behind them at 7-3 is Mayville. 1 game behind Mayville in third place is Laconia at 6-4. So again, that 2-3 matchup, if Laconia is able to get the win against the Cards, that would knock them up at second place in the conference behind Lemira. Omro and Winnebago Lutheran, both 5-5. They're tied for 4th place. Springs is in 6th with a 4-6 record. Campbellsport is 3-7 in 7th place. And North Fond du Lac still winless in the Flyway Conference. Although playing much better basketball this season, the Orioles have not yet found success in the Flyway. So those are the Flyway standings. A Lemira win and a Laconia win tonight against Mayville would mean Lemira wins it outright tonight, which would be pretty impressive to do after 11 games. We saw Laconia's girls do that back on Tuesday when they beat Springs, and they clinched an outright flyweight conference title back on Tuesday, did the Spartans girls team, and a chance tonight for the Spartans boys teams to help out the Lemire Lions. In this one, though, we got the 10-9 Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings, 5-5 in the flyway, against the 7-12 St. Mary Springs Academy Ledgers. That's the matchup here this evening, and the first time these two teams met, let's see here, back on January 6th. Winnebago Lutheran 61-46, 15-point winners on the road up at the Ledge without Gannon Schwartz for that contest. But Springs wasn't entirely healthy either. Brody Stefani missed that game with a wrist injury, and Ben Baker didn't play about the last 11-12 minutes of that contest with injury as well. So Springs wasn't at their full complement, but neither was WLA, and these rivalry games, you kind of have to throw out the records anyways, as they're usually pretty tight between the Ledgers and the Vikings. This is the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Throughout the pregame show, we'll get you set for a tip, talk to both coaches, give you some stats, starters, keys, and more. That's all coming on Radio Plus Video Sports. Stay with us.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Bestcraft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project, so be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup, too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
4.
Hey, Devontae.
Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Back here at Winnebago Lutheran, Jordan King with you here, Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. Appreciate you being with us. Colby punching the buttons. Cam is on the camera this evening. Appreciate their help tonight as well. You know, we mentioned the 61-46 road win back in early January between these two teams. Gannon Schwartz, as we mentioned, did not play. Hudson Henry in his stead had 18 points for WLA, also had 6 assists and just 1 turnover in that contest. He was dynamite for WLA. Ty Ferris off the bench with 9 points, hit 3 threes in the ball game. Caleb Wild had a nice night, especially defensively and on the glass. He had 6 points, but 11 rebounds. 5 of those were offensive rebounds as well. Spencer Lair, Ike Lamont, Sam Ferguson, Evan Gensler, they all had 6 points. So it was definitely by committee for WLA without Gannon Schwartz the first time these two teams played. Joey Kuhn had 21 points, 4 assists, and a couple of turnovers in that contest. Jack Judkins with 8 points. Bentley Coots had 4, along with Ben Baker and Matt Miller. So that was the scoring for Springs, and both teams were similar in terms of output. WLA they found the way those supplemental players scored 6, 9, and 11 as opposed to 4, 4, 4. You get the picture. A little bit better depth in terms of what WLA got on the offensive output the first time these two teams got together. But Gannon Schwartz back tonight, that certainly changes things for WLA. And if Ben Baker can play the full contest, that will obviously change things for St. Mary's Springs. Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We'll take another timeout. When we come back, we'll start our interviews with coaches. Let's start with Coach Kyle Krieger from St. Mary's Springs when we return on Radio Plus. Stay with us.
Here we go.
Call us when you need a company you can trust.
You hear it all the time, but what does it mean? This is Danny and Heather at AirTech Heating, and for our company, it means we do right by our customers and provide them quality service for superior home comfort.
It means our prices are competitive and fair. It means that we stand behind our work. It means doing whatever it takes.
To whom you trust your family's safety and comfort does matter. Call the team at AirTech Heating at 924-6742 when you need a company you can trust.
At our store, it's about the people, and it's about the experience you have from the minute you walk through our doors. It's about serving you and listening to what you came in for. It's having real conversations with people in our community, and it's giving back. It's being a one-stop shop for all your electronic, appliance, and home furniture needs. Since 1922, we've been sharing our knowledge and providing pieces that make your life just a little bit better. Silica for your home.
Integrity Saw and Tool is a proud sponsor of Fond du Lac area sports. They wish the best of luck to all local teams this fall and winter. Integrity prides itself on being the fastest producer of high-quality cutting tools and providing the most reliable sharpening service in the industry. If you're looking for a challenging career with excellent benefits and a family atmosphere, contact the team at integritysaw.com. That's integritysaw.com.
Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory in Fond du Lac, a proud sponsor of local high school sports. Don and the team at Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory invite you to discover who has made Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematory the ultimate provider of creating healing experiences in the community. To find out more about Kirky Funeral Chapel and Crematories, visit kirkyfuneralchapel.com.
Don Kirky and staff, Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Good luck to all area athletes from the entire staff at Kirky Funeral Chapel.
Gas prices, home expenses, education. Will those costs always go up? Probably. At Winnebago Lutheran Academy, we can help you with one of them. We are a part of the Wisconsin Parental Choice Program, a program which enables qualifying families to receive a quality Christian education at no cost. That's right, zero tuition if you qualify. To learn more, visit WLAVikings.org.
Living it for 4 years, loving it forever.
Back here on the Integrity Saw Tool pregame show, Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview here with Coach Krieger from St. Mary Springs. And Coach, man, that was a good game the other night against Laconia. You guys, a couple minutes left, gave yourselves a shot and just couldn't quite get over the hump. I imagine, though, a good quality opponent. You got to like the way that your team played.
Well, it beats the alternative like the first time we played them when they beat us by 30. We showed signs of growth, and we have gotten better, I think, each week this season. But in the end, we didn't make enough game-winning plays, and they did. And hats off to them. They pulled it out. So, move on. And tonight it's the Vikings.
Yeah, first time you guys played these guys. I know Ben was dealing with things, and you guys weren't totally healthy either, but Gannon Schwartz didn't play for them. He's back tonight. Obviously changes, understatement to say he changes things just like Farrell maybe does for Laconia.
Totally. I had a couple people say, oh, you couldn't beat WLA? They didn't have Schwartz? It's like, still got some talent there. I mean, I would throw their 4 starting guards and even their first one off the bench, Ty Ferris. Anybody in our conference would take those 5 guards any day of the week, right? And that's not even talking about, the other guys. But, both teams were not at full strength that game, and I think Ben didn't play the last 10, 11 games or minutes of the game. But, they got us. That was another game. I think they beat us by 15 or so. So like they say, maybe we owe them something, and we'll try to pay them back tonight, but we'll see. We got our hands full trying to defend them offensively, and I like to think they have their hands full a little bit with us as well. But both teams are better than they were, back in the beginning of January. So hoping that it's a good game tonight.
Yeah, we saw maybe more zone than usual on Tuesday to try to maybe stay in front of Farrell or whatever the matchup was there. I guess, how did you assess that? How'd you like the way that looked? And then is that something you feel like maybe you can put in the toolbox for later on in the season? Yeah,
we've used it sparingly since about the first week in January. Then at Omro last Friday, we used it a good chunk in the second half with good results. In another game that was close. When we tip it off tonight, you're going to see it as well. Based on where we are physically, not even matchup-wise, but just our physical health, it might be a good wrinkle for us, and that's why we're using it right now. I would love to be, and we've had years where we've played 100% of our possessions man. This year's not one of them. And as the season's gone on, whether it's matchups or whether it's just a hunch, or you do what you got to do to try to stay in the game. So that's what we're doing. We'll mix that in our 2-3, and then we got a couple other traps that we'll mix in as well.
Every answer so far, we've talked about these close games that you guys have been in all season long. So you kind of look to the end stretch of the season here and jockeying for the final push for postseason seeds and things of that nature and final standings in the Flyway Conference. How do you start pulling some of those out? How do you maybe turn that Laconia result into the other way, or the Omro result into the right column and put it in the win?
What if I would ask you the same question? Okay, Jordan, how do we pull it out as the Ledgers, right? But we've had a lot of growth. We're getting there. We're now, all right, the last 3-4 minutes of the game, it could go either way. Beginning of the season, it wasn't like that. I think our team mirrors a lot, is very similar to our girls' team this year. and also very similar to the Marquette men's team, in that we started the year super inexperienced. Sometimes we struggle putting the ball in the hole. Effort's always there, but we just struggle sometimes putting together those last 2 or 3 game-winning plays. And we can pull it to within 2 or 3, and then maybe it might be a forced shot, or maybe it's a breakdown defensively, and now it's a 2 or 3 possession game. And we're getting better at it, but we still have a long ways to go before we're competing and winning real important games, right?
Last one for you, end on a positive note. I know we've talked about him multiple times this season, but Joey Kuhn just kind of continues to game after game impress me, and seems like he's getting more comfortable in more maybe of a leadership role, and really aggressive at the hoop. Fun guy to watch play. Just talk about his progression to the beginning of the season until now.
Yeah, he's really gained confidence. Now it doesn't get to him if he misses his first couple of shots. He's going to keep attacking. He always gives everything he can in his 145-pound body that's bruised and battered. He's kind of our emotional guy, and he can play emotionally and still play well, where he doesn't go over the line. He's super fun to watch. Great kid, is willing to do anything. Between him and Ben Baker, great leadership this year for our team as captains. And it's fun that knowing that he's going to be back next year as well. And, got one more year with him. One last thing, Ben Baker's 2 assists away from breaking his cousin Sam Kuhn's assist record at our school. And Sam is Joey's brother. So we're keeping it in the family, but if Ben can make it through the first half of the game, I'm thinking that record will be his, but we'll still keep it in the family.
Appreciate it. A few minutes, Coach. Good luck. Go get him tonight.
All right. Thanks, Jordan.
There you go. That's Coach Kyle Krieger from St. Mary's Springs. His Ledger's looking to upset the Vikings tonight, at least in terms of looking at the flyweight standings. It would be an upset as the Ledger's 1 game behind the Vikings in the standings. That's the Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview. Fondy Family Dental, Dr. Chad and his team will make you smile before, after, and yes, even during your appointment. And as we usually do, we'll loop in the Bauer Chiropractic Injury Report. Got pain? See Shane, Dr. Shane Bauer, and the great folks over at Bauer Chiropractic. No Calvin Steffes tonight. He is out. And they will get Brody Stefani back here this evening. And again, Ben Baker still not at 100%. As he ran out there, certainly can tell he's not at 100%. But that's still better than a lot of guys that you will find. That is for sure. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back after this and hear from Coach Mason DeNoyer from Winnebago Lutheran right after this on Radio Plus.
Bob's Pizza now has its very own dine-in restaurant. Enjoy a family-friendly atmosphere with a cozy dining room, large game room, beautiful full bar, and even coffee next door from Just Love Coffee. With our expanded menu, your party will have no trouble satisfying the whole family. Delicious, legendary pizza for a legendary city. Bob's Pizza on the Avenue.
Hi, I'm Aaron Sadoff. Blessed be the president of Marian University right here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. If you are beginning your college adventure or looking to transfer, Marian University could be the perfect fit for you. Our beautiful campus, our amazing faculty and staff, our Division III athletics, and our amazing mission are waiting for you. Come visit Marian University. Not only will you get a great education, but we will help you become the best for the world. Good luck and go Sabres!
People have a reluctance to go see the dentist. It's an easy thing to put off or avoid altogether. But one visit to the caring professionals at Fondy Family Dental will change the way you think about the dentist. They provide quality family dental services to all ages in a happy, honest, and efficient manner that teaches and involves you on your custom plan. If you don't have insurance, ask about their new membership plan that can save you money. Call or schedule online today at fondyfamilydental.com.
Scotty's Auto Works for affordable auto care from tires and alignments to routine auto maintenance. Trust the guys at Scotty's Auto Works, next to Pump and Pantry, Fond du Lac.
Today's game is brought to you by Edward Jones and these area Edward Jones financial advisors. Robert Bruce, located at 68 North Main Street. Patrick Ellistad, located at 560 Fond du Lac Avenue. Matt Moses, located at 201 South Mars Street. Jeff Wills, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. And Matt Helmer, located at 649 Fond du Lac Avenue. Good luck to all athletes in today's game. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
Fondy Family Dental Coach's Smile interview here on the Integrity Zone Tool pregame show here with Coach DeNoyer from Winnebago Lutheran. And Coach played really well against Lemira at home, come up a few possessions short in that one, and then go on the road against a good Mayville team and find a way to sweep them, which is a tough task this year with a good Cardinal team. Talk about the last couple of games and what you've seen from your team in terms of we talked prior to that Lemira game, maybe it's ups and downs of a conference season. Seems like you guys have played some good basketball over the last week or so.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I thought we've actually played pretty good basketball, minus a half or two in the last month. We haven't been – the wins and losses haven't shown that, but I do think that we were playing all right. But against Lemira, we knew it was going to be tough. It really came down to a couple stretches, and it was we didn't execute some of the things that we talked about in film. And good teams will beat you when you don't do those things, and it showed. And I think it's a learning experience for our kids because we don't play them again, but if we get to where we want to be, we're going to play teams of that caliber. So we battled hard. A couple shots didn't go in, but we had some kids step up. And then on Tuesday, we go and play, like you said, Mayville, a hard team to beat. They were number 2 in the conference, and we did not play well at all. I mean, the stat came out that we gave up 21 offensive rebounds, and that was pretty eye-opening. So we talked about it. We got back to work last night, and I think our kids will be ready today.
Guys stacking up a lot of these close games. Feel good to obviously win one of those, and I suppose that's only more learning experience for all of these guys and to play in tight games on the stretch like that, yeah?
Yeah, no doubt. It was probably our first game that we came back and won. I felt like we were in a lot of close games that we weren't able to pull out, so it felt good to come back and win one. And I know the kids were pretty happy about that one too. So it was good. Hopefully that propels us moving forward too.
Tonight, second half of the rivalry with St. Mary Springs. You guys got them the first time up on the ledge without Gannon. Gannon's back now. Obviously, that changes things for you guys. And I know Springs wasn't super healthy at that point either. I guess rivalry games like this doesn't really matter. One of those kind of you got to throw out the standings a little bit and just kind of go out and play a tough team, right?
Yeah, like you said, you throw out the standings. It's anybody's game in a rivalry. If you even think about like last year, Springs – but had the 10 times better record than us, and we were able to take one from them. So rivalries, the records don't mean anything. And just because we have Gannon, I know he was out, but I know that Ben Baker was banged up, and these guys are both full goal now. So, it's going to be a battle, and our kids are ready for it. I know that I don't have to say anything in the pregame or in the film to get these guys ready to play this game. So as long as we keep our heads on straight, do it, what we talked about and execute the little things, I think we'll be just fine.
What does Springs do well that makes them a tricky matchup? I mean, Laconia found out on Tuesday, right down to the wire with the Spartans. What makes Springs so tricky?
Well, I think they have arguably one of the top point guards in the conference with Baker, and he's skilled. He's calm and collected. He's never rushed. He plays at his own pace, and anytime you have a kid of that caliber, they're never an easy out. And with the one thing that they do that we've been talking about our kids nonstop is, hey, make or miss, you guys got to be on your horse getting back. Like they just push it nonstop, and if you aren't ready for it, I mean, they're going to score before you guys even turn around. So we can't let them get anything easy. If we make them earn every basket, I think we can live with it. But we got to make sure we get our defense set first and foremost against that team.
Maybe that's one of the keys, but if you boil it down to maybe one or two of those things, what's most important tonight to get a conference win?
I think mental toughness. This team's it's a rivalry, but it's going to come between the years. They throw out what we did before. It's going to be all about living in the present, and if our heads are on straight and we do the little things and we get back on defense, that's what I think it's going to come down to, mental toughness and fast break of defense. So,
thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck. Go get them.
Thank you very much.
There you go. That is Coach Mason DeNoyer from Winnebago Lutheran. His Vikings getting set to take on St. Mary's Springs tonight. Fondy Family Dental Coaches Smile interview. And from an injury aspect, WLA, nothing on that injury report, which they will certainly be pleased with at this point in the season. Our keys to the game are built by Pino Construction. Turn vision into reality with Pino. And for Winnebago Lutheran, you just heard Coach DeNoyer talk about it a little bit there, but maybe a quick start. He said mental toughness. You know, on Tuesday, St. Mary's Springs was down by 18 points to Laconia. Found a way to come back, get right back in that contest, and end up only losing that by a few. Lost by 5 eventually, had it down to just 3 when Cash Farrell fouled out of the ball game with about 5 minutes to go. So the mental toughness was there for Springs on Tuesday. If WLA were to jump out to that big lead, if it gets close again, if it is a one-possession game down the stretch, who shows that mental toughness? Both of these teams have been in a ton of close games. WLA maybe slightly better in those close games than maybe Springs has been over the course of the season, but neither team would probably tell you they've been excellent in those situations. So if this thing is a couple of possessions, which I expect it to be coming up in the second half, if it is that way down the stretch, who's able to execute better in that portion of the game? Sargento Cheese presents our starting lineup. Sargento is looking for manufacturing superstars for general production, machine operators, ops quality specialists, and maintenance pros. General production is starting at $26 an hour, plus shift premiums for second and third shifts. Sargento, your passion, our culture. Let's start with the visiting St. Mary's Springs Ledgers. 6'1 junior, number 3 Jack Judkins. 5'10 senior, number 4 Ben Baker, the team's leading scorer. 6'2 sophomore, number 10 Will Jan, who's been in and out of the starting lineup so far this season. He's back in tonight. Matthew Miller, number 22, a 6'4 junior, who's very good rebounding and very good on the defensive end of the floor. And then number 23, 6' junior Joey Kuhn, that we heard Coach Krieger talk about there at the end of that Coach's Smile interview. He's had an impressive stretch, has Joey Kuhn. 3 Judkins, 4 Baker, 10 Jan, 22 Miller, 23 Joey Kuhn. Number 2 is Spencer Lair for Winnebago Lutheran, 6' senior guard. He also in the backcourt, number 3 Isaac Lamont, 6' junior guard. Number 11 Hudson Henry, a 5'10 sophomore guard. And number 5 Gannon Schwartz, a 5'10 senior guard. So a small lineup for WLA. They're going to start with 4 guards out there tonight. And then number 24, Sam Ferguson, a 6'3 senior forward, will get the start tonight. Caleb Wild started many games for WLA. Not going to go tonight in terms of from the jump, but we expect to see a lot of Caleb Wild, the 6'3 senior, out there as well. 2 Lair, 3 Lamont, 5 Schwartz, 11 Henry, and 24 Ferguson, the starters for WLA. Those are the starters presented by Sargento Cheese. Let's take a timeout as they have the national anthem and the starters here in the arena, and then we'll come back with our tip-off presented by Right Way. That's right after this on Radio Plus.
At Musa Sheet Metal, they spend generations building a better everyday life. They don't just build panels, they build a legacy. They're growing, innovating, and pushing the limits again with their brand new 24-gauge stocked steel line. Musa colors created by the Musa team, 25 bold choices ready to go, delivering the best solutions in architectural sheet metal. Say hi to the Musa apprentices. They're your neighbors, your classmates, and the future of the industry. Musa Sheet Metal, revolutionizing steel, building the future.
Just like a great team, National Exchange Bank and Trust knows that success is built on strong relationships and trust. Since 1933, the bank has been locally owned and focused on serving the needs of our community so that our friends and neighbors can live the life they want. Let National Exchange Bank and Trust be your financial teammate for life, because when it comes to your financial goals, we're here to help you stay ahead of the game. Visit nebat.com to learn more.
Okay, let's start with some clouds, some mountains over there, and finally a river. Hey, Dad, look.
Looks like the perfect spot. American Family Insurance is here to protect your family on the road with the Travel Peace of Mind package.
American Family Insurance.
Visit Brad Tagle Petra today in Fond du Lac or Ripon.
A personal experience with a custom feel. Each home Smith Builders builds is unique. The design and selections perfectly crafted for you. To learn more, visit smithbuildersinc.com or stop by 227 Morris Court. Smith Builders of Fond du Lac. Traditional values, exceptional services. A proud sponsor of local high school sports.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Jordan King with you, closing out the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show with our Right Way Home Improvement opening tip-off. From doors and gutters to roofs and siding, Right Way Home Improvement has you covered. Contact Right Way Home Improvement for your free estimate. Call 920-929-8999. That's 920-929-8999 or visit rightwaybuilt.com. Starters again as they meet them here in the arena. For the Ledgers, 3 Judkins, 4 Baker, 10 Jan, 22 Miller, 23 Kuhn. For WLA, 2 Laird, 3 Lamont, 5 Schwartz, 11 Henry, and 24 Ferguson. Those are the starters tonight. That'll close out our Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show. We're almost ready to get this thing going. High school sports today on Radio Plus. Info.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors. Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. 2 teams separated by a game in the Flyway Conference standings. WLA tied with Amaro in 4th place. Springs down in 6th place in the conference. Let's tip this thing up, and WLA will win the tap with Sam Ferguson back to Gannon Schwartz, and Springs going to come out in that zone that Coach Krieger told us that we would probably see quite a bit of tonight. And I thought it looked good against Laconia. It took some time for Laconia to figure it out. Here's a deflection as Schwartz has the turnover on the first possession. It was batted away by Ben Baker, and Kuhn ended up stealing it. Here is Kuhn had a 20-point night the first time these 2 teams met. Will Jan has it on the left side after a scramble. Mike Lamott is fouled on the rebound. It'll go back over to WLA. Jan picks up the foul after he missed the floater, and he fouled Isaac Lamott. So second possession here for WLA. Live ball turnover on possession number 1 for the Vikings, and it came from the usually sure-handed Gannon Schwartz. Trying to get the ball into the high post of this zone. There's a turnover there from Spencer Lair, but then turned right back over by Judkins. Euro step for Mike Lamott, and he's got the first points of the night. 2-0 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Springs wants to run. Hudson Henry gets his hand in the passing lane and deflects it out of bounds. It'll be Springs basketball. So in the half-court sets, WLA 0 for 2 with a couple of turnovers. Have not yet got a shot off against this Springs zone, but Springs just gave it back with a live ball turnover of their own to get the 2-0 lead here for the Vikings. Here's a Ben Baker 3, comes up a little bit short. from the right corner. And Ike wants to run. Ike Lamont gets it down to Gannon Schwartz. Skip pass over to Hudson Henry. He hit 5 threes against Elmira. He's got one now. WLA as a team hit 14 threes. Check that, 13 threes against Elmira. On the same night, Springs hit 14 threes against Amro. Both teams lost despite the hot shooting. 5-0 lead for WLA. Here is Miller to Joey Kuhn. We'll also, I just kind of keep track of points up here as best I can. I'll keep my eyes peeled for a couple of Ben Baker assists. See if he can break the program record and pass Sam Kuhn in the assist category for the program. On this trip down the lane, Ben Baker gets his arm smacked by Isaac Lamont, and Baker will go to the free throw line. Could hear the slap from up here. Lamont was kind of questioning it, but could hear the slap from up here in the mezzanine where we're set up here at WLA. Always appreciate Athletic Director Bendix getting us set up here at Winnebago Lutheran. Second free throw for Baker, no good. Rebound cleared with Sam Ferguson. So 0 for 2 from the line for Baker. And despite WLA's woes against this 2-3 zone, the Vikings have a 5-point lead as Springs hasn't been able to capitalize. Here's a three from Gannon Schwartz. Steps into it, he hits it. Schwartz is very good from three. We'll finish that point on the other side of the timeout. Timeout taken by Springs. Let's take it with them. We're back right after this on Radio Plus.
Tired of pushy sales tactics? Welcome to Schaefer Auto, where they make buying a vehicle simple, safe, and satisfying. You'll find a sweet selection of pre-owned vehicles for every budget. Each is inspected and backed by a warranty option of your choice. Financing isn't a problem. Get approved online and drive home with confidence. Schaefer Auto has the right ride for you. Visit the lot at 404 Shaler Drive in Waupun and online at schaefer-auto.com. Schaefer Auto, no gimmicks, no pressure, no worries.
30-second timeout taken by the Ledgers. Gannon Schwartz is proficient from three. He's plenty good from three. It's probably the part of the game that he underutilizes maybe more than others because his first step is so good, and his ability to get to the rim, finish through contact, get to the free throw line. He's a tremendous free throw shooter. It just makes more sense, a higher percentage play for him to head to the hoop. Here's a turnover by Will Jan. Lamont goes to the rack. Counted in the foul for Isaac Lamont, who's got 4 early ones here for WLA, all of them coming in transition on live ball turnovers from the Ledgers, and have not seen either team take care of the ball particularly well so far in this one, but WLA has turned them into points, whereas the Ledgers have not, and it's 11-0 on the Quest Interior scoreboard just like that. A pretty sizable WLA lead here at home. Here's Joey Kuhn. Kuhn spins on the left side against Henry. He's fouled, and we'll go to the free throw line. And we are seeing a tight whistle here early on, something we did not see on Tuesday and certainly did not see last Friday in the WLA Lamira game. But a lot of whistles thus far, 2 team fouls each in the first, we haven't even played 3 minutes yet. Kuhn hits the first and gets the Ledgers on the board. If this is any indication, we're in for a long night here at WLA. Second free throw for Kuhn is up and good. And the lead for the Vikings down into 9. With Schwartz trotting into the front court against this 2-3 zone. Henry, Schwartz, Lamont. They want to attack this zone at that high post. You see Spencer Lair going back and forth. Here's a Lamont 3. He hit another. Lamont hasn't missed tonight, and he's already got 8. Lead is at its biggest, 12 here in the early going for the Vikings. Isaac Lamont hit 6 threes against Lamira last Friday and hits his first look here tonight as well. And it's all WLA here early. Joey Kuhn down to the corner with Judkins. Judkins going to drive baseline against Isaac Lamont. Nothing doing there. Matt Miller out on the left wing as Schwartz hounds Baker running through the paint. Here goes Joey Kuhn again, kicks it out to the corner with Lucas Babler. Babler nearly had it swatted away by Spencer Lair. Here's Judkins down to the corner with Miller. Now Judkins able to slip to the bucket and hits the tough floater. And Judkins with the first field goal for the Ledgers. The lead is 10. Schwartz into the front court, hands off to Spencer Lair. Lair, backdoor cut by Lamont. Lamont goes to the hoop. A lot off balance, couldn't get it to go. Here's Spencer Lair. Lair gets to the free throw line, looks to Henry, now goes to Schwartz far side, who's going to send everyone away. He likes the matchup against Babler. Here's Spencer Lair working on Matt Miller. Backdoor cut for Lamont, gets to the short corner, looks top of the key to Spencer Lair. Lair goes down the left side of the paint, up with the right-hand floater, no good. Better job defensively that time interiorly from Springs. Here's a backdoor cut from Lucas Babler. Babler at the rim, can't get it to go, he's blocked. He'll save it to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn corner three on the way. This one's no good. Rebound offensively to Jack Judkins, kicks it out to Miller, who finds Babler on the right wing. That one doesn't go, and the rebound down with Isaac Lamont. He's going to run 1-on-3. Lamont throws up a wild shot. That one no good, and it'll stay with WLA. Last touched by Joey Kuhn. So here comes Cooper Schwalbe. Schwalbe off the bench, 6'1" junior. This is kind of where I would have expected Caleb Wild. Again, the injury report that we got from Coach DeNoyer was everyone was good to go. Haven't seen Wild as of yet. He's been very good this year. Here's another three from Gannon Schwartz. Schwartz, 6 points, coming on a couple of threes. Here's a Brenton Rodriguez three, and he's going to respond for the Ledgers. First triple of the night for Springs, and it's back down to a 10-point game. This portion of the broadcast sponsored by Will Brands. Appreciate the folks at Wisconsin Lighting Lab for their sponsorship. Here's the three from Hudson Henry. 5 triples for WLA already, and they lead by 13. 30-second timeout. We're back in 30 on Radio Plus.
Marco, the name our area trusts for all things related to your tax return. For over 60 years, our community has trusted the Marco Tax Service at 43 East 3rd Street, Fond du Lac.
Back in 10 seconds. Apologize for that. I don't know how to count. I do know that 20 minus 7 is 13. That's the lead for Winnebago Lutheran right now. Here comes Caleb Wild checking in out of the timeout. I believe it was Winnebago Lutheran that took the timeout there, trying to set up something defensively perhaps. Thanks to the Serauer family and Serauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this season. Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Serauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SerauerDental.com today. And a question about a substitution. Wondering if Caleb Wild checked in early enough in that timeout. And they're going to allow Wild to be out there. 20-7 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Here comes Ben Baker, still looking for his first points. Unusual, he went to the free throw line. Usually that's good enough for Baker, but not earlier in this first half. Here's Brenton Rodriguez, just hit a big-time three for the Ledgers. Top of the key with Lucas Babler. Babler to Rodriguez, fires far side. Joey Kuhn, jab step, goes past Henry. Up with the floater, counted, and the foul. Joey Kuhn, it's what we've come to expect from the junior. The tough drive to the bucket, the finish through contact. That time gets the whistle as well. So 20-9 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard, and a 1-point and one coming here. They haven't updated it yet. There it is on the scoreboard. So 20-10 now after Kuhn stays perfect from the charity stripe. He's 3 for 3 tonight. Just under 12 minutes to play here in the first half, and Brenton Rodriguez pokes it away from Ty Ferris. Over to Joey Kuhn, up ahead to Jack Judkins. Judkins on the left side, he's fouled by Caleb Wild. Wild got his hand on the ball, but cleared out. Judkins on the way through, and the junior, Jack Judkins, will head to the charity stripe to continue to chip into this WLA lead. Couple of shots for Judkins. First free throw, no good. Joey Kuhn is 3 for 3. Everyone else for the Ledgers, just Jack Judkins and Ben Baker. They had not made one until then. So the Ledgers 4 for 7 to start their night from the free throw line. Nice cut by Ty Ferris and a good feed from Gannon Schwartz. And Ferris has his first 2 points of the night. Make it an 11-point contest yet again. Keeping it at double digits are the Winnebago Lutheran Academy Vikings. Here's Babler, far side Brenton Rodriguez. Back to Babler, near side Kuhn. Guarded by Gannon Schwartz, down to the corner with Judkins. Judkins knifes through the paint. Extra pass made from Babler down to Rodriguez in the corner. That one rattles around, no good. Another offensive rebound by Judkins. Tries a no-look pass over to Bentley Coots, who's into the game for his first action, and it's taken away by WLA. Another live ball turnover by the Ledgers. Here's Schwartz on the left wing. Surveys the floor, gets to the free throw line, looks to Lamont. Same spot he hit from earlier. He's got another. Look out. Isaac Lamont had 39 earlier this year against New Holstein. He's heating up here early. He's got 11 points already in the first 7.5 minutes or so. Here's Brenton Rodriguez. Bounce pass. Somehow it got to Bentley Coots, and it ends up with Jack Judkins. Count the basket, and let's check the foul. The 3 good for Jack Judkins, and a foul on Brenton Rodriguez. So it's 25-14. They'll get confirmation at the table, but the ref did say the basket was good, so an 11-point lead for the Vikings. That's a big shot from Judkins there to hit that from the corner. And he's up to 6 points here early. 6 for Judkins and 5 for Joey Kuhn. And they're going to another question about some clerical issues, and they got that sorted at the table. So Gannon Schwartz will jog back into the front court for the WLA Vikings, who have started out really well, especially offensively. That time he uses a Caleb Wild screen at the mid-post, and Schwartz scores again. He's got 8 now, too. 11 for Ike Lamont, 8 for Gannon Schwartz. Here early scenes of this one. 13-point WLA lead, under 10 minutes to play first half. Baker drives on Ty Ferris, hands off to Coots, and Bentley Coots will be fouled by Spencer Lair. On the drive. Oh, they get Lamont for that one. Yeah, if that was on Lamont, I'm not sure I agree with the call, but for Spencer Lair, certainly he reached in. Lamont walked off the floor there before the referee beckoned in the next WLA player, which is Sam Ferguson. I'm not sure the ref appreciated that. I certainly wouldn't. Walked off the floor. WLA was half a second away from playing 5-on-4 there. Lamont didn't seem to care. He was frustrated by the whistle. Here's Miller, top of the key with Ben Baker. Baker double teamed, bounces far side to Miller, down to the corner with Judkins. Just hit a 3 from there. That time a better closeout from Gannon Schwartz. And now it's with Brody Stefani, who's back onto the floor for the first time in a couple of games. Baker, dribble drive, left side. Contact there, no whistle. Rebound down with Ty Ferris, who did a nice job on the Baker drive to defend without fouling. Lair to the near side with Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz jab step goes past Judkins. Good help side defense from Jan. Ends up with Spencer Lair top of the key. Now with Ferguson. Backdoor cut from Ferris. Ferris off balance. Snaps a pass to Schwartz. He's open again. Corner 3 no good. Offensive rebound to Ferguson. Back to Schwartz. Schwartz has it blocked at the rim by Matt Miller. Miller rose up. Stuffed it at the goal. And it's Springs basketball. WLA's had the lead out at here at 13 a couple of times. Haven't been able to push it any further than this. Here's a Ben Baker three. Baker's got his first points of the night with a big-time triple. So WLA hit 6 early threes in this one. Now Springs has responded with 3 of their own to get back within 10. Schwartz, far side to Ferris. Ty Ferris spins back to Schwartz. Schwartz open for 3. This one rattles around, no good. So after hitting his first 2, Schwartz has missed his last 2 despite having some good looks. 8:12 to go in the first half. We've seen a little bit more man-to-man defense from Springs the last couple of possessions as well, by the way. Jan to the paint, kicks it to Miller. Here's Jack Judkins working on Gannon Schwartz once again. Baker, shot fake. Jan, far side. Miller cuts through to the corner. Here's Jack Judkins. Trying to get Stefani underneath, but a nice job defensively by Caleb Wild. Jan into the low post, working on Lair, kicks it out to Baker. Baker thought about the 3. Baseline, no look pass. Stefani wasn't ready for it, and it bounces off of his hands and is tied up underneath. It'll stay with Springs. Baker and Stefani just not quite on the same page there. Here comes Joey Kuhn. He'll replace Brody Stefani. And an underneath inbounds coming here for Ben Baker. That would have been a dime for Baker. 2 away from the program record. And that's assuming I haven't missed any assists already, which is absolutely possible. So here's Joey Kuhn. Kuhn down underneath, kicks it to Judkins. Judkins spin cycle, kicks it far side. Will Jan, wide open left wing 3. This comes up short. Rebound down with Schwartz. Gannon Schwartz into the front court. Going to use that right side that he does so well. That time left it up way too strong. Good outlet pass from Baker up ahead, and that should be goaltending. Yeah, it is goaltending. Bucket for Joey Kuhn, assist for Ben Baker. So Springs back within 8. That was the first assist for Baker that I saw today, which means Ben Baker is 1 away from the record per Coach Krieger. WLA going to bring in Hudson Henry, by the way. Now Springs back in a zone this time. Here's a Ty Ferris 3. This one's no good. Long rebound out to Hudson Henry. He gives it to Sam Ferguson. Back out top of the key with Gannon Schwartz with 6:50 to play in the first half. This portion of the broadcast brought to you by Michaels Corporation. Here's Ferguson. Bounces down underneath to Wild. Kicks it to the corner. Hudson Henry for 3. Missed it. And the rebound down with Matt Miller. No, last touched by Miller on the deflection from Caleb Wild. And again, Wild's not someone who's going to jump off the page at you with 25 points. But you do know you're going to get a really good effort on the defensive side and also in the rebounding category from Caleb Wild. And that's something they have really leaned upon this year over certain stretches of the season. Wild didn't play last year for the Vikings. Here's a steal for Joey Kuhn. And then they're going to say Kuhn traveled. So it'll be an underneath inbound for Winnebago Lutheran. Schwalbe comes back in for Wild, who gave a good couple of minutes there to Coach DeNoyer and the Vikings. Lob into Schwalbe, and that one's stolen by Judkins. He looks up ahead, and a little too tall for Will Jan from Jack Judkins. Opportunity there in transition, and Coach Krieger's going to use a teaching opportunity here for Judkins, who's got all the potential in the world. You can tell that. Here's Gannon Schwartz working against the 2-3. Lobs underneath to Ferguson. Back out to Ferris. Underneath Schwalbe. Bounce pass to Sam Ferguson. Good ball movement. Good ideas. Just nothing resulting in a shot for WLA underneath. And again, the Vikings battling on the offensive glass, and Schwalbe earns an extra possession for WLA after the missed Gannon Schwartz 3. And now Evan Gensler onto the floor for the Vikings. He had 6 points the first time these two teams met. Seemed like everyone had 6 points for WLA. And Schwartz is just going to toss this into the backcourt to Ty Ferris. Tick under 6 minutes on this possession for the Vikings. Here's Schwartz. Shot fake gets to the mid-range. That one no good. And once again, a good job by Matt Miller to stop the ball. Then he turned around, got the rebound. Here come the Ledgers trying to make this, tighten this thing up even more. Ben Baker, quick release on the triple. He's got 6. 2 threes for Baker, and this thing's back within 5. Well, the Ledgers were down by as many as 18 before tightening it up against Laconia on Tuesday. Here's Cooper Schwalbe, misses that one. That one's tapped by Willian to Matt Miller. Tonight they were down by as many as 13. Now they're back within 5. Brenton Rodriguez, tip pass back to Baker. Baker with the Euro step and the fake. Ben Baker, pretty move. Timeout, WLA. It's a 3-point game. Full timeout, back in a minute on Radio Plus.
Life is full of milestones, big and small. At Fond du Lac Credit Union, we're proud to be a part of your journey. From landing your first job to moving into your dream home, starting a family, or planning for what's next, we make the money part easy so you can focus on what matters most. Whatever stage you're in, we're right there with you. Fond du Lac Credit Union, here for life and every stage along the way. For more information, visit fdlcu.com or stop in today.
One of my favorite things about working at Hoppers is meeting all the new people, seeing all the new faces come in. We come out with a new product or a new way to do something and they come in. I find a lot of joy in just seeing them smile.
I think that all of our customers come in with a vision and they have an idea in their head of like what they want their apparel to look like. Our goal is to exceed the customer's expectations by providing them with high quality apparel and help bring their ideas to life.
Back here on Radio Plus, Video Sports. Nice run here for the Ledgers. They're back into this thing. As I mentioned just a moment ago, they were down by as many as 13. Now they trail by just 3, and thanks in large part to Ben Baker. Baker with 8 points, couple of threes, and what a gorgeous move by Baker there. Euro step with the fake pass to the corner. Oh, goodness me. Chef's kiss, as the kids would say. Here's a Hudson Henry 3, and that's the response WLA was looking for from their sophomore Hudson Henry. He's now got 9 points on 3 of 3 shooting from 3. Lead back out to 6 for the Vikings. Here's Joey Kuhn back to Baker. Baker from a different zip code. This one comes up short. And the rebound down with Gannon Schwartz. A little heat check there for Ben Baker. Why not, right? 4.5 minutes left to play. Here's another left wing 3 from Hudson Henry. His first miss on the night. And the strong rebound down with Will Jan. Here's Baker to Jan, down to Brenton Rodriguez, who's done a nice job off the bench here for the Ledgers. Baker catches left wing, guarded by Ike Lamott. Spin move down to the paint, tries a pass underneath to Bentley Coots, who was eventually able to get it. And then Brenton Rodriguez on the kick out from Bentley Coots. Coots with a great hustle play underneath to track down that loose ball. And Rodriguez now has 6 on a couple of threes of his own. The Ledgers have now hit 5 triples tonight. And Isaac Lamont will go to the free throw line. WLA's hit 7. Springs has hit 5 from 3 here this evening. Here comes Jack Judkins back onto the floor right after this free throw from Ike Lamont. Lamont is the game's high scorer right now. He's now got 12. High School Sports Today on Radio Plus Video Sports is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Hilmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones making sense of investing. Lamont hits both, so he's up to 13 first half points. And had to briefly sit with a pair of fouls early on. Here's Joey Kuhn. Kuhn dribbles it off of one of the WLA players' foot, I think. And Lamont got away with an extra step there. Looked a little awkward. Ends up with a 3 for Gannon Schwartz. And it's 3 threes now for Schwartz as well. WLA has now hit 8 first half threes here tonight, similar to what they did to Elmira last Friday. Here goes Kuhn. Kuhn, no whistle. Offensive rebound, Bentley Coots. And Coots will go to the free throw line. Foul on Cooper Schwalbe underneath. Kuhn got hammered when he went to the hoop. There was no whistle then, but Bentley Coots got the whistle on the second time of asking. Here is Coots from the free throw line. He's good. Ledger's now 5 for 8 from the free throw line as a team. WLA 3 for 3, all of them coming from Isaac Lamont. Second free throw for Coots is good. And then he'll take a seat. For Brody Stefani, in a 6-point ball game here as we near halftime. Gannon Schwartz will trot into the front court, working against this zone. Schwalbe down to the corner. Hudson Henry for 3. This one's no good. So Henry's gone cold on his last couple. Still good looks for the sophomore. Just couldn't get any of them to go after hitting his first 3 tonight. First 3 threes, I should say. That might have been confusing to anyone just joining us. He's got 9 points. Here's Joey Kuhn. Kuhn with the rip through down to the corner. Will Jan wants a triple. This one loops. No good. Rebound down with Schwartz. Schwartz has it poked away by Stefani. Look ahead here from Baker. Baker to Kuhn. Kuhn to Stefani. Stefani can't get it to go. He'll get it on the putback. A lot of contact. Joey Kuhn not being rewarded at the hoop. Coach DeNoyer not liking something that he saw there, and he's going to put in Spencer Lair once again. Here's Isaac Lamont from the corner. This one's good. Ike Lamont had some words for the Springs bench after that one. 7-point lead for the Vikings. A nice dish underneath. Joey Kuhn finds Brody Stefani. 4 straight for Stefani. Lead for WLA is 5. Under 2 to play here, first half. Here's Cooper Schwalbe down to the corner through the hands of Hudson Henry. And a turnover here for the Vikings. It's probably the one thing that's kept Springs into the game. WLA shooting the ball extremely well right now. But they've given up some turnovers, that's for sure, here in the first half. And it has certainly allowed Springs to just hang around here. Stefani, top of the key, Kuhn. Back to Brody Stefani. Here's Jack Judkins in the corner. Lobs a pass to Will Jan. It's saved right at half court by Ben Baker. 90 seconds to go first half. Here goes Judkins. Baseline. Kicks out to Baker. Baker snaps a pass over to Stefani. Beautiful look from Ben Baker. Stefani can't finish. And the rebound down with Sam Ferguson. That was a great look from Baker. Tough finish for Stefani. Still had to go over the top of Sam Ferguson, the 6'3 Sam Ferguson, but nonetheless a chance for Springs that goes begging. On the other end of the floor, Ferguson pays it off with his first bucket of the ball game, and the lead for WLA back out to 7. Will Jan guarded by Spencer Lair. Back to Baker. Joey Kuhn. They're going to exchange on the far side. Here's Judkins. Judkins to the rack. Nothing Lamont could do. He's got 2 fouls, but Judkins couldn't finish. Now less than 40 seconds to play. Schwartz goes through the paint, and it'll be a foul on the drive. Foul before the travel, and it's going to be whistled on Brody Stefani. So an underneath inbounds here for Gannon Schwartz. Looks to Ferguson, top of the key, and gets the ball promptly right back from Sam Ferguson. He goes past Jan, snaps a pass near side Ferris. Touch pass to Spencer Lair. Lair's floater won't go. Good looking drive from Spencer Lair, but couldn't get the floater to go. Should be the last possession here, you would imagine. Here's Ben Baker, gets Schwartz on his hips, spins. No look pass over to Stefani. Nice dish from Ben Baker. And if he hasn't been there yet, he's there now. Ben Baker is for sure the new Springs program leader in assists. At the other end, at the buzzer, Sam Ferguson able to get it to go. And it's a halftime lead of 7 for Winnebago Lutheran, a high-scoring first half here at WLA. The Vikings lead at 42-35. Holiday Automotive halftime show comes up right after this on Radio Plus.
This is Craig Larson, sales manager with locally owned Dufresne Moving and Storage. Moving is very important to me, and I take pride in making sure our clients are happy with their overall experience at a reasonable cost and done in a high quality manner. We have a crew that is dedicated on taking care of your stuff. Call me today for an estimate at 1-800-425-MOVE or visit us at DufresneMoving.com. Dufresne Moving and Storage of Fond du Lac. Making your move and storage of goods simple.
Anders Auto Parts, your locally owned bumper-to-bumper auto parts store serving the Fond du Lac area since 1956. Experienced and knowledgeable staff ready to serve you. Anders Auto Parts features PPG and Shopline Auto Paint, along with PPG Versalon Commercial Paint. Quality name brand auto parts. Anders Auto Parts, your bumper-to-bumper auto parts store at 16 West Sibley Street, just off North Main Street, behind American Family Insurance.
Let the daydreams of spring begin. Connect with the Auto Show sale at Holiday and explore all that's new from Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC. Score money-saving offers, get more for your trade, and enjoy Team Holiday's warm and genuine guest care.
We earn the trust of drivers from all over Wisconsin by following through and going the extra mile. It's what we do.
Showtime is go time. Find yours and drive it home today from Holiday Automotive, Fond du Lac. It's worth the trip.
A life in motion is a life well lived. At every age and every stage, we help you do more of the things you love. To keep you moving. To keep you achieving. To keep you striving. At Aurora Healthcare, we make care easier and more accessible than ever.
Camera Casino, do you copy?
Yep, loud and clear.
I'm reporting a successful mission from our new location. This new technology is out of this world. Canon, Nikon, Sony, the best images yet. Look at all these new tripods and bags. The best selection south of the sun.
Great. When can we expect the shipment?
In about a week, as long as I don't get stranded.
For stellar products and service, visit Camera Casino at our downtown Oshkosh location.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Your dream space starts with quartz countertops from Quest Interiors. Whether it's your kitchen, bathroom, mudroom, or even a closet island, we custom fabricate one-of-a-kind surfaces that elevate every room. And the best part? We install many in as little as 1 week, quickly turning your vision into reality. Visit our showrooms in Oshkosh and Fond du Lac. Quest Interiors, exceptional style, exceptional savings.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Halftime here at WLA, Springs and the Vikings. WLA leads at 42-35 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard here at halftime. Scoring leaders in the first half. WLA led by Isaac Lamont with 16 points. He hit 3 threes. Gannon Schwartz had 11 points. He hit 3 threes. Hudson Henry had 9 points. He hit 3 threes. 9 total threes by Ike Lamont, Gannon Schwartz, and Hudson Henry combined in the first half for the Vikings, just a week after they hit 8 threes in the first half against Lemira. Now in the second half last Friday, they only made 4 threes. See if they have a little bit more success in the second half here tonight. Sam Ferguson had 4 and Ty Ferris with 2 off the bench for the Vikings as well. For St. Mary's Springs, Ben Baker led the way with 8 points in the first half. Joey Kuhn had 7. 3 different players had 6. Brenton Rodriguez hit a couple of threes. Jack Judkins had 6. And Brody Stefani came off the bench. Nice spark plug off the bench. He had 6 as well. Bentley Coots had 2 for the Ledgers. And in that first half, Ben Baker became the program's all-time leader in assists, passing cousin Sam Kuhn, who is Joey's older brother. There you go. I think I got all that right per Coach Krieger. So there you go. That is the story here at halftime. Baker 8 points, couple of threes. Springs hit 5 as a team, so they didn't get blown out of the water thanks to their proficiency to hit a couple of deep shots as well. But at the end of all of that, 7-point lead for WLA, 42-35. These halftime highlights are brought to you by Holiday Automotive. Holiday, it's worth the trip. We'll try to find some halftime scores for you. We mentioned a full slate here in the Flyway Conference on the boys' side of things tonight. Mayville is at Laconia tonight. Lemira made the trip up to Omro, and Campbellsport is at North Fond du Lac. So those are the matchups here tonight. The big one really on paper is that Laconia-Mayville contest. That's between number 2 and number 3 in the Flyway Conference, and we'll pull that up. That one's also on Radio Plus and Jeff's live streams family network. And right now it's a 37-36 Mayville lead, a minute gone in the second half. So a tight one there. Tight one here as well. We got a good one coming up here in the second half between the Vikings and the Ledgers. Take a timeout. We'll come back with the second half right after this on Radio Plus. Don't go anywhere.
It's more than just a job. It truly is a family. They value you, great pay, great benefits. They definitely care about setting people up for success in their retirement years. I don't see a reason to want to leave.
Got pain? See Shane. Dr. Shane Bauer at Bauer Chiropractic. Dr. Bauer can help relieve pain in arthritic knees, reduce or relieve pain from degenerative and herniated lumbar discs in your back. Dr. Bauer's laser treatment relieves pain and inflammation. Works like cortisone without the side effects. Dr. Bauer also offers custom orthotics for proper back posture. Since 1998, this area has trusted the team at Bauer Chiropractic. So if you've got pain, see Shane at Bauer Chiropractic.
Keller, building trust since 1960.
For over 100 years, the name Cole is synonymous with quality fuels, lubricants, and propane. That's because Cole is the area's trusted source for farm, construction, and trucking companies, as they partner with these companies to help them achieve their unique goals. The team at Cole Oil and Propane is dedicated to serving you. They pride themselves on a customer-first approach and work hard to make sure you're satisfied. You can rely on Cole for prompt delivery, competitive prices, and quality service. Learn more at ColeOilAndPropane.com.
All right, coming out of the halftime locker room here, WLA with a 7-point lead. This portion of the broadcast is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. Who do you trust with your family's health? For aches and pains, physicals, and sports injuries, Fond du Lac families choose Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Marshall Rutherford, a family medicine specialist. Dr. Rutherford is your go-to for keeping your family healthy. Learn more at aurora.org/doctors. Appreciate their support of local high school sports. They'll put 18 minutes back on the clock and get ready to go here for half number 2. 3 balls were, once again, the story for WLA, and I suppose there was always an opportunity for that to be the case with Springs starting in a 2-3 defense and playing the majority of that first half in it. But now they're going to start out with a 1-3-1 zone, so let's see what this does to Winnebago Lutheran's offense. Ike Lamont gets a chance at the hoop with the wraparound, but can't get it to go. Offensive rebound to Sam Ferguson, and Ferguson is up to 6 points here tonight. The first bucket of the second half goes to Winnebago Lutheran. Here's Joey Kuhn down to the corner with Judkins. Jack Judkins to the mid-post, tries a right-handed floater, excuse me. And Judkins responds with a nice bucket on the other end. And now it's a man-to-man defense. They're going to trap out of that. Well, they helped off again in Schwartz there. That's probably not the first option I would take, but it happened there. Here's a nice dish from Gannon Schwartz down underneath to Ferguson, and Ferguson's got 4 quick ones here in the second half, and it's deflected. Last touch by Will Jan. What a play by Hudson Henry. The 5'10 sophomore rose up there defensively, got a deflection on it, and it skimmed off the outstretched fingertips of Will Jan. So a turnover gives it back to the Vikings with a 9-point lead on the Quest Interior scoreboard. Backdoor cut from Schwartz from Ferguson. Here's a Lamont 3 from the right wing. Got it. Isaac Lamont's got 4 threes as he keeps filling it up. He's got 19 on the night now. 16 and a half minutes to go. Joey Kuhn. Kuhn gets to the mid-post, and he's fouled there. See who they get. It's going to be Hudson Henry on the bump on the drive. So underneath inbounds coming here for Springs. And it'll be Ben Baker to key it in for the Ledgers as Ty Ferris replaces Hudson Henry, who just picked up his 3rd foul. Miller, far side to Will Jan. Going to screen for Ben Baker, and Baker didn't wrap around the screen there. He just didn't curl around. He just stayed there. Schwartz, live ball turnover, couldn't get it to go at the other end. Nice job, defensive transition from Will Jan. He's going to hand off here to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn to the mid-post, up with the right-handed shot, no good. Lamont down with the rebound. He wants to run. Lamont going to go coast to coast, has it knocked away, and a late whistle foul there on Ben Baker. Baker on the push. Just the first on Baker, and here comes Brenton Rodriguez into the game once again for Springs. Here's Ferguson. He's had a great start to the second half. Can't get that one to go. Nice looking hook shot there from Sam Ferguson, but couldn't finish. Judkins, top of the key. Baker for 3. Deep 3. Ben Baker. Big shot from Ben Baker. And he's into double figures with 11. The first Ledger to get there tonight. The lead back down to 9. Here's Spencer Lair. Lair hands off to Lamont. He's been unconscious tonight with his 19 points. Lamont, he's got the floater. That one just over the outstretched fingertips of Matt Miller. Rodriguez back the other way in transition. Deflected out, and it'll stay with Springs. Lamont's got 21. The rest of the Vikings have 30. Well, you guys know how to do math, right? Here's Jack Judkins. Joey Kuhn tries the triple, missed it. Rebound is Isaac Lamont's, and he's into the front court. And he throws it to Evan Gensler sitting on the bench for Winnebago Lutheran. A little miscommunication there with Gannon Schwartz, and went right over to Schwartz to try to remedy that from happening in the future. That's the first possession that has gone awry for Winnebago Lutheran here tonight. in the second half at least. Miller finds Joey Kuhn and got Michael Keeble checking in at the scorer's table. He had himself a whale of a game on Tuesday. Maybe not statistically speaking, but he came in off the bench. Here's a Ben Baker three. This one's good from the corner. Oh, my. Baker caught that above his head and released it above his head. What a shot from Baker to get this thing back within 8. But Keeble had provided a great spark off the bench. Here's again in Schwartz three. Schwartz responds with the triple. Anything you can do, I can do better. Gannon Schwartz sings that on the way back down the floor. And now Schwartz has a steal in the passing lane, poked away from Baker. Oh, and they get a foul. That was a bad call. Baker poked it away from behind, and they say he got him on the elbow, and a timeout from Coach Kyle Krieger. Yeah, that was, you guys can rewind and watch that one back. That was an incorrect call. Timeout Springs, let's take it with them. An 11-point lead for the Vikings. And Schwartz at the line. Back here, there's the Springs huddle. Coach Kyle Krieger just got back in there after inquiring about the incorrect call. It was a great play by Ben Baker. That's the only reason I'm going to say that. I'm not trying to pile on the official here. They have tough jobs, but Baker just busted his tail to get back on Gannon Schwartz, pokes it out from behind, and then is victimized by it. Is shoulder pain keeping you up at night? For pain relief, Fond du Lac families trust Aurora Healthcare and Dr. Lauren Potter. There are many causes of shoulder pain. As a shoulder specialist, Dr. Potter has the advanced training to take better care of your injury. Learn more at aurora.org/ortho. So Schwartz with a chance to extend this current 11-point lead a little bit further out for the Vikings. Schwartz just hit a 3 on the last possession, then got into a passing lane. And Schwartz now with 15 points here tonight. To go along with the 21 for Isaac Lamont. Second free throw good for Schwartz as well. 5 for 5 are the Vikings from the free throw line tonight. And the lead is out to 13. So Springs never trailed by more than 13 in the first half. Now they trail by 13 here in the second half. Joey Kuhn at the rim. And he pays it off with a nice tough drive underneath. Here's Isaac Lamont, wide open, takes a rhythm dribble. This one's no good. Offensive rebound, Caleb Wild. And a foul underneath. Ooh, a tie-up to go back over to the Ledgers. Quick whistle on the tie-up. And, man, that's got to be the first time we saw Isaac Lamont miss tonight. He has been on a heater. And Springs fortunate not to see that one go down. Here's Ben Baker. Brenton Rodriguez, top of the key. Back to Baker. Gives it to Kuhn. Kuhn with a shot fake. Past Ferris. Tries this jump stop in the paint. Kicks it to Jack Judkins, who misses the 3. And the rebound down with Lamont. Here's Gannon Schwartz. Gets to the paint. Up with the floater. Gannon Schwartz is starting to find his here. And he's now got 7 in the second half. And 18 on the night. Here's a Ben Baker 3. He's got to have it. He does have it. Baker with 5 threes tonight, and he's got 17 points. Back to a 10-point contest. WLA's never been able to push it more than 13. Here's a nice cut from Ty Ferris. He's found by Gannon Schwartz, and Ferris has his first bucket of the second half. Back out to 10. Can WLA extend it any further than this? 12 points right now. And Judkins tripped from behind, no whistle. There's a 3 for Brenton Rodriguez, and Rodriguez hits his third 3 of the night. All these teams are just raining it in from downtown. And the lead for the Vikings now 9. 12 and a half minutes to play. Hudson Henry checking in with his 3 fouls at the table right now. Here's Spencer Lair. Lair hands off to Ferris. Ferris back to Spencer Lair, who's working on Brenton Rodriguez. Gets in the middle of the paint, gives it to Gannon Schwartz. 3 on the way, missed it. Long rebound to Rodriguez, hands off to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn trailing Baker. Baker for 3 from distance. This one's no good. Comes up short. Rebound skied for by Isaac Lamont. And on the other side of that coin here in the second half, talk about WLA not being able to extend it past about 13. There's Caleb Wild's first bucket of the night. We also haven't seen Springs get it within, 6 points probably in the last, 4 or 5 minutes. There's a foul on Spencer Lair. Late whistle, and it'll be Springs basketball underneath as he fouls Jack Judkins. Miller and Babler back in for the Ledgers. And here comes Hudson Henry back in for WLA. We mentioned he was at the scorer's table. Baker underneath, gives it to Miller. Keeble. Baker comes around a screen. Shot fake there. Good closeout from Ty Ferris. Keeble was a little late on the pass there to Ben Baker if Ben was going to get off a 3-ball. Here goes Baker. One-handed pass to Joey Kuhn. Kuhn able to deflect it over to Lucas Babler and keep the possession alive. Here goes Joey. Spins in the paint. Stripped by Isaac Lamont. Good hands by the junior Lamont. And Lucas Babler has it here. Foul this time on the bump. No. Babler stepped out of bounds. So a turnover back over to WLA. Thought the ref put his fist in the air, which is always a foul. And if they put their hands straight up, it's a turnover. And I just thought I saw a fist there. That's why I said foul. There is Spencer Lair. No offensive foul. That's as much emotion as you'll see Coach Krieger and his staff show. The shout there from the bench as they thought they got into position with Joey Kuhn, who got plowed over by Spencer Lair. But they're saying Joey Kuhn did not have legal guarding position. And they're just losing control of this one a little bit. This one, the temperature's rising here between these two teams, as you would expect in a rivalry game. Here goes Hudson Henry. Spin cycle, can't get it to go. Oh, what a pretty move by Hudson Henry. And it's last touched by Caleb Wild on the rebound. Baker poked it away from him. Whether you're playing in a rec league or in the majors, sitting out due to injury is no fun. If pain has moved you to the sidelines, Aurora Sports Health can get you back in the lineup. Start with a free injury evaluation from Aurora Sports Health. Request one today at aurora.org/sports. 10.5 minutes or so left in the ball game, and the Vikings stuck on an 11-point lead for about the last minute. Here goes Ben Baker, left side, scoops it up, fouled by Cooper Schwalbe, and Baker will go to the charity stripe where he's 0 for 2 tonight. Only 3 team fouls apiece here tonight, but you wouldn't know it based on the temperature of the building, I'll say that. Emotions running high here between these two crosstown rivals. Baker up to 18 points with the free throw, and he'll have another to try to cut it back down to a 9-point WLA lead. Free throw for Baker is good, so he's 2 for 4, and the Ledgers have been much better from the line after missing their first 3 of their first 5. They've now made everyone since. Here's Hudson Henry, gives it far side, Ty Ferris. Ferris with a ball fake, spins in the paint, left side, that one's too strong. Rebound fought for, Michael Keeble brings it down. Nice job by the sophomore on the glass. And can the Ledgers finally hit the big shot here and cut it to 7 or 6? That's been the question the last couple of minutes. They haven't been able to do that. Here's Baker, kicks it out. Lucas Babler thought about the 3. Now it's Miller. Top of the key with Joey Kuhn. Kuhn drives on the right side, up and good. Joey Kuhn bouncing around there like a pinball and able to finish on the right side. So it is back down to 7. 62-55 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. Shovel pass there to Sam Ferguson from Schwartz. Gets it to Ferris, back to Ferguson. Underneath and controlled and Ferguson's in double figures with 10. He's had a very good second half. Here's a Michael Keeble three. Michael Keeble off the bench and onto the score sheet for the Ledgers. Oh, baby, what a shot. He did it against Laconia on Tuesday. Now he's off the bench, giving the Ledgers a spark again tonight against the Vikings. Holy smokes. Here goes Cooper Schwalbe up with the floater. Schwalbe gets it to go. You get a bucket. You get a bucket. Here goes Lucas Babler. You get a bucket. We have seen all sorts of scoring tonight. And Coach Denoyer not happy that WLA let Springs out in transition. Let's take a 30 back after this on Radio Plus.
It's the dawn of a new day for Dr. Kathy Doyle Kelly and Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry.
I'm Dr. Dylan Fogel, and I'm now the new owner of Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry. I'm truly honored to carry forward the tradition of personalized care you've come to know and trust. You'll still see Dr. Kathy and all the familiar faces who make this office feel like home. At Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry, we promise to do everything we can to keep you smiling before, after, and even during your appointment.
Doyle Kelly Family Dentistry will be changing its name to Fogel Family Dentistry in 2026. Find Dr. Dylan Fogel on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac.
Thanks to Serauer Family Dental for being part of our high school sports coverage this year. Dr. Todd Serauer is proud to announce the addition of his son, Dr. Brady Serauer, to their new office on South Main Street. Come visit them and see how the Serauer family is making you smile generation after generation. Visit SerauerDental.com. That's SARAUER Dental.com today. 8:57 to go in this one. And Gannon Schwartz will trot into the front court with a 6-point lead. Coach Denoyer not happy with how WLA let Springs get out in transition after that last bucket. Here's a backdoor cut from Isaac Lamont. Nice find from Sam Ferguson. And Lamont continues to build on a monster night tonight. 23 for Isaac Lamont by my count. Get confirmation of that a little bit later on. Here's a Ben Baker three, comes up short. Rebound down with the Vikings, I believe. Last touched by Lucas Babler, fighting for the board. 8-point lead for the Vikings. Can they push it back out to double figures? As they've been able to quite often here tonight, just kind of keep Springs at arm's length. Here's Ferguson. Ferguson has it stripped by Baker. Ball loose on the floor. Babler's got it. A turnover by WLA. And here comes Baker. Baker to Babler. Babler to, oh, that's a tough pass picked off by Isaac Lamont. Lamont into the front court, and he's fouled. Probably not a bad foul to give. Lamont is a very good free throw shooter, but Babler there going to make him earn it from the free throw line as opposed to giving up the layup, and may not have been the worst decision by Babler. Lamont kind of shaking his head there. I think he thinks he could have finished that one at the rim. That one's no good. Curse of the commentator. But with that miss, Babler proven to give a good foul there, that's for sure. Second free throw is good for Lamont, so he remains good from the line. He's 4 for 5 tonight from the stripe. Backdoor cut for Jack Judkins, not found. Oh, Keeble's got to be careful. That one almost tipped away by Ty Ferris. But Baker's there to retrieve. Joey Kuhn's got it. Top of the key, Jack Judkins. Judkins tries the right side, kicks it over to Miller. Miller back to Kuhn. Kuhn to Judkins. Judkins curls into the paint. Keeble, no three opportunity this time. Good closeout by Cooper Schwalbe there, worth noting. Here is a pass from Joey Kuhn, knocked away by Isaac Lamont. Lamont, pass across the lane. Ty Ferris finishes at the rack. Good job by Ferris to run the floor. Here comes Brenton Rodriguez. The lead for WLA back out to 11, just like that. Springs briefly had it down to 6 on multiple occasions about 2 minutes ago, but couldn't get it any closer than that. Couple of empty possessions in a row for the Ledgers. Here goes Keeble to the high post. Gives it to Baker. Baker, right side. A lot of contact, no whistle. The inconsistencies continue from the whistle that we've seen tonight. The bumps are a foul on some trips, but not some others. And that time Baker not able to finish through the contact. So the tie-up gives the ball back to WLA and a chance for the Vikings. If they hit a three, it'll be their biggest lead of the night. They've led by 13 on multiple occasions. They've never trailed tonight, have the Vikings. Here goes Lamont, bounce pass underneath, and there's that 13 again, as Ferguson's got a dozen now. And they've all come on some beautiful passing from his tremendous guard plays. Pass from Baker, far side to Rodriguez, and Baker collects once again between the circles. Now going to use a Keeble screen, gives it to Joey Kuhn. Left wing three on the way, looks good, just a little bit strong. Right on line for Joey Kuhn, but strong, and a chance here for the Vikings once again. Can they get it past this pesky 13-point lead? Here goes Gannon Schwartz down the paint. A lot of contact, no whistle. Jan has the steal. Jan lays it in. And a full timeout by Coach Kyle Krieger. That time WLA, the victims of a lot of contact. And they're letting them play, at least on every other possession out there tonight. This final portion of the game is brought to you by Fogel Family Dentistry. Dr. Dylan Fogel is the new owner of Doyle Kelly Dental on Fond du Lac Avenue in Fond du Lac. Go visit them there. Isaac Lamont, we told you about his nice night tonight. He's got 23 points for the Vikings. Just been very good, especially from three, and the Vikings have done a nice job to get him open. Elsewhere for the Vikings, 7 second-half points for Gannon Schwartz. He's got 18. Otherwise, Sam Ferguson has 8 second-half points. That's one of the better marks for the Vikings in the second half. He's up to 12 points. For the Ledgers, Ben Baker has 19. Joey Kuhn's into double figures. He's got 11. 6 for Brody Stefani. Haven't seen much Stefani here in the second half. 9 for Brenton Rodriguez. Overall, the three ball has certainly been the storyline tonight. WLA's hit 11 of them, although just 2 here in the second half. Springs has hit 9 threes tonight, so both teams taking advantage of the deep shots. 1-3-1 being called out by Coach DeNoyer, as that's what Springs is in here. And a nice pass, good ball movement, ends up with Ferguson. It started with Schwartz, who skipped a pass to Schwalbe, who bounced it down to Ferguson, and now it's a turnover back over to the Vikings. 13-point lead for WLA. That time, Springs trying to push it up the floor, as they so often do, and the pass was wide trying to find Joey Kuhn. Kuhn just had to throw it backwards, hope someone was there, and there wasn't anyone there. So 5.5 minutes to play tonight. Here goes Gannon Schwartz, gives it to Cooper Schwalbe. Schwalbe shovels it once again to Ferguson. Ferguson. What's the call here? Neither one. They're pointing at each other. We have not gotten a call yet. It's an offensive foul, so kept everyone waiting. Just make the call. Kept everyone waiting. It's an offensive foul. So the curse of 13 continues for Winnebago Lutheran. Can't push it out past that. Here goes Joey Kuhn, and a foul by Hudson Henry as he was backing up with his arms out to the side. Here comes Ty Ferris again, who's had to give a lot of minutes tonight. A referee's explanation was the arm bar. And Coach DeNoyer, well, they called that on, the board says it was on Isaac Lamont. I'll try to get confirmation. Well, I'm not going to be able to get confirmation of that. I already missed the call. And here's a foul on Gannon Schwartz. Baker ripped through and went up. That was kind of an NBA play where the player rips through the defender and goes up with the shot, and they're going to give Ben Baker 3 free throws. I mean, that's one of those that they're trying to get out of the NBA game, and now we're seeing it here at the high school level. Schwartz frustrated. I don't necessarily blame him there. I'm going to make someone angry at some point with one of my opinions on these Second free throw for Baker, no good. And the third free throw for Baker. This one no good, so just 1 for 3. He is only 3 for 7 from the free throw line here tonight. He's got 19 points. Does Ben Baker. 12 of them coming here in the second half. Here's a 3-ball on the way. 11 of them coming here in the second half for Baker. And a tie-up. We'll give the ball back to Springs. 12 points for Ben Baker. I was right the first time in the second half. 3 threes and 3 free throws. He's got 20. Under 5 minutes to play here tonight. WLA got a 12-point lead. And Baker back into the front court. Kicks it to the corner. Kuhn with a head fake. Goes down the paint. Has it stripped by Hudson Henry. And Henry comes back the other way. Nice hands by the sophomore Henry. Schwartz looks far side to Isaac Lamont. Blows past Judkins, middle of the paint. Nice finish by Isaac Lamont. Under control with a jump stop in the paint. He's got 25. Here's Baker. Near side Kuhn down to the corner. Will Jan. Jan stopped there by Cooper Schwalbe, who's also had to play some extended minutes here tonight. Schwalbe's been very good. Here's Jan again, going to key up the 3. Left corner, no good. And the rebound is fought for. Who's got it? It's going to be tied up yet again. Go back to WLA. 4:11 to go in the ball game. Don't go anywhere. Coming up after the game, Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Talk with the winning coach and maybe a player or two. So WLA's done it. They finally got it past the 13-point margin. They lead it by 14, 77-63 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard as Schwartz is into the front court working on Joey Kuhn. Here's Cooper Schwalbe. Schwalbe looks to the high post, now has to give it back to Schwartz. And Schwartz is going to clear out. He likes the matchup against Keeble here. Keeble steps out. Schwartz goes past him, middle of the paint. Floater up, no good. Rebound down with Keeble. Nice job by the sophomore defensively and then on the boards. Here's Jack Judkins. Kuhn in the corner, gets to the middle of the paint. Working against Hudson. Henry stripped him again. Kuhn thought there was some contact. No whistle. Here's Isaac Lamont. Hudson Henry with a couple of great defensive possessions here in the last minute or so, stripping the ball from Joey Kuhn. Kuhn gives it to Baker. Baker, Euro step through the paint, up with the floater, no good. Rebound, tapped out to Keeble. Gives it to Judkins. Bodies flying everywhere. Judkins goes up. He can't get it to go. Tapped to Hudson Henry. 16-point lead for the Vikings. Lamont in the corner, trying to enter it into Schwalbe. Instead has to give it to Sam Ferguson. Back out to Isaac Lamont. WLA wise to slow things down here. A 16-point lead. No need for the Vikings to run. Timeout here for Coach Mason DeNoyer. Let's take 30 seconds and come back right after that on Radio Plus.
FBS Bank is here to help you achieve your dream of home ownership. For a limited time, we're offering home loans with just $595 closing costs plus title. Whether you're buying a new home or wanting to refinance, our experienced team is here to assist you. Visit our website at fbsbank.com or give us a call at 1-800-242-7880. Our friendly and experienced team will help guide you through the journey with FBS Bank. FBS Bank, banking made personal.
There's Coach DeNoyer talking with his team about strategy here for the final 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Two Springs players as well as Coach Krieger imploring the refs, just trying to find some consistency more than anything else. But spent a early chunk of that timeout doing that. It's been kind of a coin flip on what you're going to get. Life's like a box of chocolates, someone said somewhere, sometime, somewhere along the way. Isaac Lamont, 28 points tonight. A monster performance in the rivalry game for Lamont. And a big reason that WLA has a 16-point lead right now. Man-to-man for St. Mary's Springs. Well, might be a 1-2-2 matchup situation here, too. I'm not sure. It looks man to me. They're just doubling off of a couple of guys. Here is Spencer Lair. Lair at the bucket. He's got his first points of the night. WLA has had 7 different players score. Make it 8 different players score. And it's now an 18-point lead. There's a turnover through the hands of Joey Kuhn. Schwartz crosses over near side. Here's Hudson Henry. Euro step to the paint. Pretty move. Hudson Henry into double figures. He's got 11. Kuhn fires it up ahead. Stolen by Isaac Lamott. Shoveled to Henry. And the Vikings in cruise control. Foul by Joey Kuhn. And WLA with breaking out the Let's Play Football chant. It's the first time in 20 years they could break it out, so they decided to do so. I'm just here to spin the gears. 20-point lead for the Vikings. $1:53 to play. And Coach Krieger is going to clear out the bench, as will Coach DeNoyer. 20-point lead with 1:53 to go. And both coaches content to get some minutes here for some younger players. Oh, there we go. Finally got all the subs in. And now a 30-second timeout from Springs with 1:53 to play here tonight. High School Sports Today on RadioPlusInfo.com is presented by these 5 Fond du Lac area Edward Jones financial advisors: Matt Moses, Matt Helmer, Jeff Wills, Robert Bruce, and Patrick Ellisted. Edward Jones, making sense of investing. It's actually 2 years in a row that WLA could use the Let's Play Football chant. Beat Springs in the playoffs a year ago, and then improbably, I was on that game. We were here, Radio Plus Video Sports, in the fall. WLA came back. Looked like the ball game was over. WLA found a way, a 2-point conversion to Owen Elke. He's out there right now wearing number 4. Getting a few minutes here. Nice cut from Xylis Conger. And the rebound down with Parker Mullenbach. Offensive rebound for the Vikings. Here's a 3 for Cooper Schwalbe. This one misses. Rebound taken in here from Drake Heaney, who's quickly into the front court. Right side, tries a fadeaway. He's got it. Drake Heaney, the freshman, gets his name on the score sheet. Here's Conger in the corner. Down to Mullenbach. Mullenbach goes baseline. Oh, dribbled it off his foot, but last touch there by Heaney. And it'll stay with the Vikings with 1:12 to go. Schwalbe able to pick up his second bucket of the night. He's got 4 points, and just a formality here of what the final score is going to be. It's been all WLA, and you got to give the Vikings some credit. The question was going to be, what happens when the threes stop falling? Now, Springs obviously helped with some live ball turnovers here in the second half and did not take great care of the basketball down the stretch. But WLA only hit 2 threes here in this second half of play after making 9 in the first half. Here's Micah Schneider with his first bucket of the night as well. But WLA, hey man, they found a way. And now a official timeout, as they're going to get Sergio Rodriguez onto the floor, will the Ledgers, for the last 26 seconds. But yeah, I mean, WLA, they found a way other than shooting and making threes, which is when that dries up, what's the scenario? What's the solution? They found one tonight. Mullenbach can't hit that three. Here comes Bentley Coots back the other way, goes up with the right side, and an offensive foul on Bentley Coots. And Coach Krieger is as frustrated as I've ever seen him. I mean, right down to the subs playing. Neither coach could figure out what was a foul here tonight, and there was some frustration, certainly on both sides. That's going to do it. 85-67 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard is the final score here tonight. Let's take a timeout. We'll come back with our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show right after this. Don't go anywhere.
Are you or a loved one living with the discomfort and hopelessness of peripheral neuropathy? The tingling, the numbness, the life-altering pain? Are you tired of taking medications that only mask the symptoms or don't work at all? You don't have to live like that anymore. Introducing New Medical Center, your beacon of hope in the fight against peripheral neuropathy. Our team of dedicated specialists uses the latest advancement in medical technology to help you regain control of your life. Our personalized treatment plans are designed to reduce your pain, improve your balance, and restore your quality of life, all while targeting the cause of your neuropathy. Visit us on the web at newmedicalctr.com.
When you hire the attorneys with the Everson Law Office, you're getting more than professional presentation. The attorneys at Everson Law Office are committed to excellence and have been successfully representing their clients since 2005. Practicing business law, estate planning, probate, guardianships, and real estate, they work closely with their clients, providing exceptional legal services that are catered specifically to their needs. Call attorney William Everson at 920-922-7113 or go to everson-law.com.
The Rademan family has been quarrying and producing natural stone products for over 50 years. Is your driveway in need of repair? Here at Rademan's, our crushed stone division provides our customer with stone needed for maintaining your gravel driveway. Our quarry stone division provides landscape stones such as stepping stones and retaining wall stone for your outdoor living areas. We also offer natural thin and full veneer stone for interior applications such as fireplaces or outdoor applications to combine with or replace your siding or brick. Rademan Stone and Landscape Company, where we have the materials to do the best work on earth.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
We're back here for our Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Looking for a loan with no hassle? They can help. Local bank, local lenders, your community, your local community bank, Fox Valley Savings Bank. Appreciate their sponsorship here of the post-game show. Hoping to talk to Coach Denoyer and a couple of other players as well here in the post-game show. Let's give you the final numbers here. Let's start with the St. Mary Springs Ledgers, who came up short tonight, 85-67 the final on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. They were led by Ben Baker. He had 20 points. Baker is not at 100%, and he gutted his way to a 20-point performance here tonight. 9 points for Brenton Rodriguez, 8 for Jack Judkins, 11 for Joey Kuhn, 6 for Brody Stefani, 2 apiece for Bentley Coots, Will Jan, Lucas Babler, Micah Schneider, and Dre Keeney. Michael Keeble hit a 3. And that was right in the midst of when it looked like Springs was going to get back into it. Keeble hits that 3. They get the lead down to 6. And then WLA just ends up running away with this thing. For the Vikings, 2 points for Caleb Wild, 2 for Spencer Lair, 4 for Cooper Schwalbe. Ty Ferris had 6 off the bench. 11 for Hudson Henry, 14 for Sam Ferguson, 18 for Gannon Schwartz, and 28 points for Isaac Lamont, who is our Marian University player of the game. Log on to marianuniversity.edu to get started today. Isaac Lamont, the Marian University player of the game. BCI Burke Play of the Game. Log on to burkecareers.com. That's BURKE careers.com for play that moves you. And again, like I did on Tuesday, and maybe this isn't fair, I'm not going to call out a specific play, but a stretch. And it's just what I was talking about. Keeble hits that 3. Baker hits a 3. They get the lead all the way down to 6. You think, here come the Ledgers. This thing's going to be tight all the way to the end. And WLA just found a way to go and run away with it, thanks to some Springs turnovers. And then offensive execution for the Vikings was excellent down the stretch. They win it tonight 85 to 67 on the Quest Interiors scoreboard. We're going to step aside, head down to the floor, wait for Coach DeNoyer as well as Isaac Lamont down there. We'll catch up with them right after this.
Thank you for your continued support over the past 50 years. At Verhaeg's Furniture, we're honored to be voted by you to be one of the best mattress stores in the Fond du Lac area for 2024.
Our mission is to bring the finest in style, comfort, and quality to the Waupun area.
We've teamed up with amazing brands like Ashley, Lazy Boy, Best Craft, Marshfield, Best Home Furnishings, Mega Motion to offer you the best selection around.
Free delivery to Waupun and the surrounding area. See store for details.
Make your home a place you truly love with Verhaeg's Furniture Mart.
Here at the Wellness Way Fond du Lac, we disrupt the standard approach to healthcare. We understand that common is not normal, and unlike the restrictive healthcare mentality, we dig deeper to find answers to life-restricting health challenges. While focusing on overcoming interference in the body, we go beyond symptom-based care and address your unique physiology, allowing your mind and body to find its way to better health. You don't need to merely get through every day, but rather take control of your life and, more importantly, your health. The Wellness Way Fond du Lac. Do health differently.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is ready for your next project, so be sure to talk to Dave and his experienced staff. You know, from air compressors to chainsaws, excavators, lifts, tools, saws, and so much more. Now, do you have your snowblower tuned up and ready for the upcoming winter season? Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair can do it. Check out their expanded rental lineup, too. Mention the words Radio Rental to get a 10% discount on your next rental. You can find them on Ford Drive on the west side of Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac Equipment Rental and Repair is a proud Echo and Cub Cadet dealer.
For nearly 50 years, Pinot Buildings has created the highest quality post-frame buildings. Headquartered in Rosendale, Wisconsin, we proudly serve the Badger State and Illinois. We deliver unparalleled craftsmanship and quality with all the warmth and care you'd expect from a small-town family business. Whether you're planning a large commercial or agricultural project, a barn-dominium, or a smaller personal shop or structure, Pinot Buildings are built for you and designed to last. Connect with us to get started.
Hey, Devontae. Let me get a Cantina chicken burrito and a bowl with that seasoned, slow-roasted chicken I like, please.
You have a golf course in your house?
I got a Taco Bell in my house, bro.
Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Cheaters don't get chicken.
Huh?
Cheaters get no chicken.
I won't give him any.
Every customer can be a Signature Home customer. I think that's what Signature Homes does really well, is that we can touch not only the customer who's building for the first time, but also the customers that know what they want and want to pull pieces of other property that they've lived in and loved. And you can really trust that we know what we're doing and that we have 30 years of experience in the market doing it with quality craftsmanship and a lot of style and design. And at the end, we get a chance to walk them through and see their smiling faces, and we know that we've achieved our goal.
Walk right in. That's the laid-back feeling you have when you work with the Roush Insurance Agency in Fond du Lac. Their agents are dedicated to putting your mind at ease when you make your insurance decisions. They live, work, and play here, and will make sure that they are there at the time of need for their clients and families. Visit RoushINS.com for more information or walk right in. 770 South Main Street in Fond du Lac. The Roush Insurance Agency, your hometown insurance team for over 30 years.
Here we go.
All right, back here at WLA, Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show here with Isaac Lamont. Ike, 28 points tonight. Got a couple to fall early. What's the basket look like after a couple of those go down? And seemed like you guys couldn't miss in the first half. 9 threes as a team again in the first half. Let's start with that.
Yeah, I mean, when the basket feels like it's that big, I mean, it helps your offense. Everything you shoot feels like it's going to go in. I mean, credit to our guys. They came out ready to play today, and they shot the lights out.
A rivalry game, kind of got to throw the records out when Springs comes to town. What did it take? They get the lead down to 6 there with a couple of minutes, to, whatever it was, 8-10 minutes to go. You guys found a way to just push that back out. It was a 20-point lead at one point. What did it take to go on that run?
Yeah, I mean, we called a timeout. We said, we got to settle down. We were kind of loose with the ball, not playing disciplined, and we just settled down and did a better job of that.
This is a good week for you guys. Now, I realize a few plays away from beating Elmira, but you played well against the Lions. Take care of Mayville. You sweep Mayville over the course of the season. Now you sweep these guys. That's a pretty good week for you guys, yeah?
Yeah, coaches were stressing, 2-0 this week. That's our goal, and we came out with it.
One of the keys I said, you guys made 9 threes in the first half. What happens if you guys didn't make those threes in the second half? You only made a couple of threes in the second half as a team. What's it been like finding that next solution offensively? If it's not going to be Gannon getting to the rim, or if it's not going to be the threes falling, what was that going to be for you guys? You found it tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, we can't always rely on the three. We've been in practice stressing, move on offense, find the open guys. If there's nothing created, just keep moving it and try to find the open player. Isaac
Lamont, our Marion University player of the game tonight. Ike, appreciate a few minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
28 points tonight for Isaac Lamont. Coach DeNoyer still in the locker room, so we'll give him the night off here tonight. AirTech presents our next game broadcast. No matter which type of heating system you have in your home, the knowledgeable technicians at AirTech Heating can perform a timely repair if things go wrong. You can go to radioplusinfo.com for the complete schedule. Otherwise, go to YouTube, subscribe on YouTube, hit that little bell icon. You'll be notified anytime we go live. Got more hoops coming up tomorrow and this weekend, and then we're we're pretty close. Next week's the final week of the season for girls. 2 weeks left of the boys' season, and we'll have the whole postseason covered for you here on radioplusinfo.com. This is the Fox Valley Savings Bank post-game show. Want to thank Colby punching the buttons, Cam on the camera up there. Thanks to Athletic Director Brad Bendix for setting us up well here at Winnebago Lutheran. Thanks to both teams. Thanks to Ike Lamont for stopping by here in the post-game as well. All our sponsors up and down the line, and thank you for tuning in here tonight. Winnebago Lutheran Academy gets the win here, an 18-point win over conference rival St. Mary's Springs. Jordan King saying so long. Have a great Thursday night, everybody.
Thanks to our Radio Plus video sports sponsors.
Edward Jones, Integrity Saw and Tool, Bauer Chiropractic, Bondi Family Dental,
Sargento Cheese, Len's Truck Center, Right Way Home Improvement, Taco Bell,
Addison Jones Real Estate, Holiday Automotive, Quest Interiors, Wisconsin Lighting Lab,
BCI Burke, Marion University, Fox Valley Savings Bank, Musa Sheet Metal,
Coal, Oil and Propane, Dufresne Moving and Storage, Marco Tax Service, Winnebago Lutheran Academy,
Bob's Pizza, AirTech, Silica for your home, The Wellness Way,
Fond du Lac Credit Union, Roush Insurance, Scotty's Auto Works, St. Mary Springs Academy,
Bristol Morgan Bank, New Medical Center, Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, Hopper's Silk Screen and Embroidery,
Smith Builders, National Exchange Bank and Trust, Brad Tagliapietra, American Family Insurance Agent, the Everson Law Office,
Michaels Corporation, Aurora Healthcare, Vogel Family Dentistry, Anders Auto Parts, Schaefer Auto, Keller Buildings,
Sir Rauer Family Dental,